Told you that JL will be the next DC movie after Batman vs. Superman.
It's Superman versus Batman.
What does this say?
Sorry, Clark. Hey everybody, this is Eugene Morse with the Brotherhood of Gaming with a special little blog. Well, something interesting happened today that I just want to get in front of the camera and give my two thoughts on. Earlier today, Warner Brothers Pictures officially announced the title of their next DC comic book movie. You know, the one where, you know, Superman and Batman have a confrontation or something. Anyway, the official title of the movie, which is coming out in 2016, is Batman versus Superman, with the versus as a V and a period, Dawn of Justice. Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. Now, when I first heard that title, I then went online to look at the different articles and listen to their different opinions about the situation. And what was very interesting to me was how everyone was saying how, of course, this is the internet, and what does the internet naturally do? Of course, they flip out. So everyone on the internet just flipped out. And everyone kept saying the same thing, how stupid this title is, how dumb this title is for this movie, making fun of it. And my thought was, yes, this is a pretty dumb title, but I'm okay with it. The reason why I'm okay with it is because it's a comic book movie. It's supposed to sound dumb. You know, I listen to all these people complain, and I say to myself, have you tried to say the titles for all those other comic book movies that have subtitles out loud? Let me give you some examples. Avengers, Age of Ultron. Thor, The Dark World. Captain America, The First Avenger. Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Okay, that's the dumb one. Yeah, that's the dumb one. All these others, they're fine, but that one's just so stupid. It is a dumb title, but I'm okay with it because it's a comic book movie. It's supposed to sound over the top and hammy and you know, heavy-handed. It's supposed to sound that way. Now, is it the title that I would have gone with? No. But I think the fact that this movie is called Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice is very interesting. It kind of reveals a couple of things, or at least one thing, a couple of things, but one major thing. This next DC comic book movie is not, in my opinion, is not a sequel to Man of Steel. Maybe that's what it was at first, but not anymore. It's not a sequel to Man of Steel. It's a prequel to Justice League. Hence the title, Dawn of Justice. This is no longer, so any thoughts of this being a sequel to Man of Steel, just throw that out the window, okay? Man of Steel, it looks like, was just its one movie, its own standalone film, you know, to reintroduce Superman. But this thing now, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice League, no, Dawn of Justice League, but Dawn of Justice, no, this is not a Man of Steel sequel anymore. It's a prequel to the Justice League movie that's coming out. And so, since it's no longer a Superman movie, they can make Batman now the top billing, the #1 guy, which is probably what they're going to do. You know, Ben Affleck is going to get the top billing. You know, Henry Cavill will be, you know, second or even, because it's really no longer a Superman movie. They're probably going to sell this as a Batman movie, you know, because that's what Warner Brothers does. You know, when it comes to DC comic book properties, if you ain't talking Batman, 90% of the time Warner Brothers ain't listening, because Batman is such a heavy cash cow for them. You know, that was probably their thought as soon as Man of Steel. Okay, Man of Steel, you know, was successful. You know, some people didn't like it, but that's fine. You know, now we're gonna move on, but we're gonna put Batman back into it. You know, because that's a safe bet. So yeah, to me, this just kind of signals that this is no longer a Man of Steel sequel, which kind of sucks. I would have liked to have seen the Man of Steel trilogy. You know, I was kind of hoping this would be a Superman movie with some Batman thrown into it, but the more I look at it, and the more it just sounds to me like this is going to be it's even though it's Batman versus Superman, Batman has the top billing. It seems to me. You know, it seems like I just have this feeling like most of the story will be told from his point of view. That doesn't mean it won't be a good movie, you know, but it probably will be. But it is kind of annoying for Superman fans like myself, like Will. You know, we would like to see Superman get that, you know, be treated in that, you know. This is because originally we thought this was supposed to be like, you know, his story, but now it just kind of feels like, you know, he's taking a backseat, or he's a B player next to the A player, which is Batman. I just have the feeling that the way they're going to market this and the way it's going to turn out, it's a Batman movie that Superman's also in as well. You know, which is probably what Warner Brothers wants. But anyway, the title itself, I don't have a problem with it. Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, fine, whatever. It's not the title I would have gone with. You know, if you asked me what title I would have gone with, I probably would have gone with Man of Steel 2, but silly me, I actually thought this was going to be a sequel to Man of Steel. One of our viewers suggested the title Man of Steel versus The Dark Knight. That actually sounds pretty cool, but there's a problem with that, because if you say Dark Knight, you know, you bring up thoughts of the Dark Knight trilogy, and you bring up Christian Bale, and that would kind of hamstring Ben Affleck. Yeah, so there you go. Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. In my opinion, it's a dumb title, but I'm okay with it because it's a comic book movie. And it also pretty much confirms that this is not a Man of Steel sequel, it's a prequel to Justice League. You know, I was watching another channel, and they said, well, at least they didn't use the word rise and dark in the film. And I said to myself, you know, I would not be surprised at all if they call the JL movie Justice League Rise of Darkseid. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts? Rate, comment, subscribe, vent, rant, whatever. I'm still looking forward to it. I am. You know, I know, you know, so many people I know are really against this film. You know, so this film is just going to have to deal with it. It's going to get a lot of heat over the next 2 years. The people who didn't like Man of Steel are very vocal about it, and they're not going to change their minds on it. People who don't like Ben Affleck, even when they revealed the costume, at first people were happy about it, but then you see all these sad Batman memes, now they're making fun of it, and they're making fun of the title. So this movie's going to just face a lot of heat until we get a trailer, you know, and hopefully the trailer will be, you know, will kick ass and people will get back on board. But you know, it's just the way it is. We're still 2 years out. But so there you go. There's the title for this movie: Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, prequel to the Justice League film. Let me know what you think. Let us know. And again, make sure to keep watching our videos. And so until next time, remember, Brotherhood of Gaming: eat, sleep, game, repeat. Peace.